Hello, I'm Sam, along with my friends Abby and Molly. We're going to be doing a breaching experiment as a project for a sociology class. Now, what's a breaching experiment? It was a concept originally developed by sociologist Harold Garfinkel, who, like a lot of other sociologists, analyzed the nature of social interactions. Now, what Harold Garfinkel studied the most was how people interact on a more below the water level. Basically, he studied the background information, which a lot of people take for granted. He stressed that this was actually more important. Now, his theory was that social interactions rely on common understandings, basically unassumed parts that are still vital to the social interaction. For example, if you call someone up asking them to help you out because you've got a flat tire, well, you're already assuming that they know what a flat tire is. So you don't necessarily say you know what a flat tire is, but it's an understanding between the two of you. Now, Garfinkel wanted to see what would happen if these common understandings were broken. So he developed breaching experiments to basically eliminate these norms and understandings. Now, another example. In the U.S., personal space is about arm's distance. So what would happen if you were trying to have a conversation with somebody, but they wouldn't stop getting closer to you? What we're going to try to find out is how strongly people react to this. We're going to interview people and see just how much personal space invasion hinders a social interaction.
We began by asking the participants random questions about occupation, education, religion, and political beliefs. As the interview progressed, the interviewers stepped closer and closer to the participants. Here are some of their
I'm
reactions.
working with my quizzes and tests, giving me good feedback. So
Yeah.
It's been good.
Yeah. So, do you plan to graduate from Second State?
I plan to at least get my associate's degree. I'm hoping to,
Do you know what class you signed up for next semester?
Not sure yet.
Yeah.
No, I don't know about that.
Okay. How many years have you been going? Yeah. That's good stuff. What's your major?
Education, actually.
Yeah. Cool. What do you plan to do then?
Become a history teacher for,
Are you a freshman or a sophomore?
freshman.
Yeah. Alright. So what do you think your intended major is?
information technology for now, but I'm hoping to go for computer science sometime soon.
So what do you want to do with computer science?
I'm gonna take 4 classes, so probably around 12 or something.
Did you play any sports in high school?
No, I didn't.
Okay.
I had a job, so I just
So you lived here how long?
I lived here for about 9 years.
So are you an American citizen? Alright, what's your occupation? Let's see. And you have any children?
Yes.
Alright, how many children do you have? I'm sorry. We're actually interviewing you about personal space.
Yeah.
You did get where it's really uncomfortable.
Right.
So.
And I would say anything beyond my foot.
I noticed that you kind of had the foot thing going on.
I thought that was rather clever.
That was so clever. That lady put out her foot to keep us away so that you couldn't get any closer to her foot. It was fun.
That's nice. Are you single or married?
I am
Okay. What's the highest educational level you can take?
engineer.
Alright, have you noticed how awkwardly close I am?
Yeah, I have.
Okay, just making sure. That was really, really awkward. Let's, no more boys.
Yeah, it was awkward for him too, though.
Yeah, he was looking kind of weird at the end.
He looked away a lot.
Yeah.
And it seemed like he was kind of hoping for that last answer. Like, you asked him, did you notice how awkwardly close I was getting? He's just like, yeah, I did. I did.
I'm so glad. Yeah, that was a little awkward for me too.
Now we're going to see how people reacted when they found out that we were actually interviewing them to see how people reacted to the invasion of personal space. Some people said that they were very uncomfortable, some just a little uncomfortable, and some were completely fine with it.
Before they were born.
Wow.
Yeah,
Okay. One last question. Have you noticed how close I am to you?
yeah,
Is it weird?
yeah. I figured you were wanting to be in the
That was
picture.
a little bit awkward. I was kind of not really away from
We wanted to see how people would react. We got really, really close there.
Well, I was okay for just a little bit, but you made me nervous.
So I didn't get too upset about it. I might have said something after a while if it got uncomfortable, but I mean,
Does that make you feel pretty uncomfortable?
Good.
Yeah?
Depends.
How was that?
It was different.
What do you mean?
Most people don't do it,
Yeah?
but some will. I guess you're one of them.
Not
With this
really.
project. With this project.
Yeah. I was getting more nervous than you were, I think. That's cool.
Well, imagine if like you were moving into me and I was
We're
moving
actually
into
talking
you.
about personal space. You notice how close I was getting to you?
Yeah, I'm noticing that. I'm like, why is she getting so close to me?
Used to it. People was doing it multiple times. Doesn't matter. Bother me.
You think it was like rude or flirty or just awkward?
It's awkward.
Okay.
Just kind of wondering why you're so close.
Is that because it's cold out today?
No, we're actually interviewing about personal space. We wanted to see how y'all would react, so I was really, really close to you. In North America,
She's taken.
Yeah. Okay.
Technology will give them just a general idea of computers and such.
Cool. Hey, one last question. Have you noticed how close I am to you?
Yes, I have.
Is that really awkward?
No, it's not actually. It was for a second. That's why I was chuckling. But
Yeah.
I was just like, move this way, you move close. I was just like, okay.
Yeah, we kind of were trapping people out of the door there. How did it make you feel? Was it awkward?
It wasn't really awkward, but I guess I don't talk to people that close.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah.
Would it have been weirder if you didn't know me from class?
Yes.
Yeah. How would it feel to when somebody's getting really close up on you? Is that really awkward? You know?
Me. You know, threaten me.
Yeah.
My hands are in my pocket. I'm not doing anything wrong.
Okay. So that wasn't strange at all? You didn't think anything of it? All right. Well, thanks so much, sir.
And the reason why, that personal space, I mean, I wasn't by any means offended or anything like that because you didn't do anything offensive. Not only that, being a Christian, we learn to be tolerant of others.
Yes, sir. So did that make you really uncomfortable?
You know, not really, because I'll tell you why.
Okay.
Because you're not the same lady.
I'm not just dumb.
Well, you should be in something.
Awkward how close I am to you.
I don't feel it awkward because you're not doing anything that is that I would object to.
Okay. We're actually interviewing people about personal space. We wanted to see how people are affected when somebody's, talking and getting really, really close to you.
Yeah, well, I was thinking that barely touching my arm because of the camera. Getting close together to make sure that we're both together.
That's good.
But I didn't think anything of it, really.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
that's
All right.
interesting. We got a lot of weird reactions today, but here's
Although invading people's personal space didn't hinder social interaction too much, it did make people uncomfortable. However, no one confronted us during the interview because of another important social rule. Most people would never verbally confront a stranger's abrasive behavior. However, once we specifically asked the participants if they felt uncomfortable, only about half reported feeling discomfort, although many displayed subtle reactions by backing or leaning away or pursing their lips. As Garfinkel explained, we can demonstrate the existence of social norms by violating them and observing the reactions. As in our experiment, the existence of personal space was shown to be taken for granted. However, when breached, we observe reactions ranging from subtle to overt. So next time you want to make a good first impression, mind your manners and keep your distance.
And now, some clips from the cutting room floor.
Zoom dinner, functional for people to be able to interact. Sorry, I wasn't breathing properly. I lost my breath.
It's okay. It's good when you come All right. Sounds good. So what was the highest level of education you've attained? What's your MBA in? Did I say that wrong?
Master's in Business Administration.
Oh, okay.
So be sure to go to church every Sunday.
I
Church of your choice.
Okay. Do you own your own business?
Not yet.
All right. What are you trying to get into?
Hair.
Hair? Oh, that's cool. Yeah. Is there a lot of opportunity for that in Union City?
No, but it's a lot of opportunity for that in Atlanta, period, so it doesn't matter where I go.
Yeah. Yeah, lots of people in Georgia have hair. All right.
Oh, it's doing wonderful. Stocks
Really?
are up, yeah. And should you want to start your own account at an early age, just give me a ring. Doesn't cost anything to open up an account.
Thank you so much.
And a person your age, you start with mutual funds, about $250. Add to it every month. And by the time you're around 50, you can retire.
Wow. Is that what
Still others wanted us to get even closer. Molly was a little bit creeped out. But don't worry, we only had one pepper spray.
Sir, excuse me, right, sir. Oh,